Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the big P word, procrastination, and how to be more productive as a motion designer. Now, I'm sure that you've had this before where you get handed a big project and right then and there's a couple of things that goes through your mind. First of all, you think, can I actually do this? Even though you have years of experience, there's still that thing of, am I good enough? Secondly, you're so overwhelmed because where do you even start with this project? And then all of a sudden, things like washing dishes, washing your car, maybe playing chess for me, becomes very attractive. So how do you beat that procrastination and just get to the things that needs to get done? Well, that's what this video is for. But before we dive into it, please remember to subscribe to this channel. This really helps me a lot and you get up to date with the latest content. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Yeah. Alright, so you've been given a massive project to do. How do you stop procrastinating and actually get to that project that needs to get done? Now, for me, usually the thing that trips me up, where do I start? That's like my biggest thing. And over the years, I've learned how to deal with that specific thing so that I can stop procrastinating and start doing. Now, the first thing that you can do is just to take the first baby step. It's that simple. You don't have to finish the whole project. You only need to take the first baby step. Now, what does this baby step look like? I'm going to use an example of work that I've done previously where the client gave me this massive animation job and the only real content and graphics that they gave me was their brochure. And that was really tricky, and in that I was freaking out a little bit because I was like, oh man, I don't even know where to start. But I decided to take that first baby step and to export the brochure into separate pages and then to import that into After Effects. After that, I went through all of the pages and I decided that these are the pages that I want to actually work on. And after I decided on the pages that I wanted to work on, I started to recreate all the different elements from the page in After Effects. And from there on, one thing led to the next, and I actually got a lot of work done. And I moved towards finishing the first draft. So the secret is just take the first baby step, even if it means just opening up the project. Maybe just save as and call it the project name. Now you've got the project. So you don't have to have everything figured out. Just take the first baby step, because usually when you start playing around with things, ideas starts coming up, and when you try that, you're like, whoa, this actually works. Or you might have mediocre ideas that you start off with, but then you can actually change it so that it becomes great ideas. So just take the first baby step. The second thing is break the project into smaller parts. Like what I did with exporting those brochures into separate pages, I've broken up essentially the project into different parts. So I started working on one page at a time. I didn't put that pressure on me to finish the whole project all at once. I just decided to work on one page at a time. That way, you trick your mind to say you don't have to worry about the rest or the whole project right now. You just have to worry about one page of this project. And then your brain is like, okay, cool. I think we've got a deal. I'll work with you. So sometimes you've got to trick your brain to be more productive. So something else on this point that usually helps me to trick my brain is to tell myself that I am creating a rough draft. Now, a rough draft to me means that it is a rubbish edit. It's basically an animatic. And so by telling myself that I feel more freedom to actually just start putting stuff together, even though it might look rubbish, but I know that I can always take some of a concept and always improve on that. And the third and last point on this is just keep going. I know that sometimes it might be tempted when you hit a roadblock, or you might not know how to overcome this thing, and your brain starts to hurt and it's like, oh man, I don't like this. And it's never nice when your brain hurts, but it means that your brain is actually working and that you are challenging yourself, which is an amazing thing. It means that you are growing. So embrace that feeling of your brain being hurt, because you are growing. It's almost like a muscle. You know, when you go to the gym and you start exercising muscles, your muscle starts getting numb and sore, but after a while, you start looking really good. And it's the same with your brain. At that moment, you feel like your brain is numb, that your brain is hurting, but in maybe a day or two, when you look at that project, you'll be like, damn, that's some good stuff over there. So keep on going, don't stop, embrace that feeling of your brain being challenged and growing. It's amazing. So guys, that's 3 things that usually helps me to be more productive, and I hope that you can maybe take some of those points and apply it to your editing process and motion design process. Please remember to subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video. Cheers.